this week, my friend Mark Wills. Mark, how do you feel about the direction that country music is taking on today's airwaves and studios around the world being recorded? How do you feel about that direction?
Yeah, I think that if you went back to, I was born in '73, so if you go back to the '70s and you look at where country music was, you would there was kind of folks that went, oh, this is not country music. You know, when Kenny Rogers came along with Lady,
Right.
and or some of the music that he put out, or and I'm trying to think of, even like Alabama, Lady Down in Love, which I think is a classic. But when you look back at country music and how it progressed throughout the years, there was always somebody, no matter who and no matter at what time, that was pointing their finger going, that's not country music.
I got that.
And where I think we're at right now is you've had such an infusion of different styles of music, not just growing up listening to country, but growing up listening to pop, growing up listening to, for some artists, rap. For me, it wasn't rap; it was 80s rock. That was the big brand of music when I was a kid. And so I think what you're seeing, what you've seen over the last few years is people trying to take their influences from their youth and infuse that into country music.
Well, I think it has done an incredible thing for country music. It has brought a whole new audience to country music that we never would have had before.
Absolutely.
And maybe while they're here and they're hearing the new music of today, they dig a little deeper. They go back and they get turned on to the Oak Ridge Boys and Kenny Rogers. And hopefully a TV
Absolutely.
show. So,
and I agree with that. I agree with exactly what you're saying, because that's what I was going to say. I think that when you look back, let's use Bryce Leatherwood, who just won The Voice.
Right.
He's from outside Atlanta, where I live, and and so he gets on there the night that he wins and he sings a Keith Whitley song. And Blake Shelton said it. He said, "You did a phenomenal job, and what you also did was introduce kids your age that have probably never heard of Keith Whitley to Keith Whitley."
Sure.
And I think that's what we've all tried to do. I think every single one of us, I think you do it. I think and I definitely know that I do it. I try to honor my heroes. I try to walk on stage every night. I try to sing the songs that have been on the radio for me, that have been my hits. But I also try to throw it back and play something that that I grew up listening to, that honors where I stole my tricks from.
Sure.
And and I think that you're going to see a lot more of that over the next few years, because I do believe, like you mentioned Luke a few minutes ago. I was just with Luke the other, and he referred to me as a legend. And I looked at him and I was like, "But you are a legend." And he goes, "Dude," he goes, "I grew up listening to you, Dad." And it didn't dawn on me that he's that next generation. He's that 30-year-old that I was, that 27 years ago when my career started, he was 3.
Yeah.
So here I am. I'm here with basically, the 2022 version of Garth, which is what he was when, in 92, 93, when I was, first starting to cut my teeth. And he's talking about me like that I was one of the guys he listened to as a kid.
I don't know about you, but I've never been used to that being connected to my name in any way.
Right.
I just, because with me, to quote Clay Walker, who was a guest a moment ago, I stood on the shoulders of the giants to see what I could do in the future in the business. Yeah. And those are the guys to me that are legends.
Yes.
The Waylands, the Georges, even the Alan Jacksons and the Garths. I've never felt like I deserved that connected to my name.
I couldn't agree more, because and that's kind of where I was going with telling you that story, was that when he said that to me, it kind of took me back. I was like, wow, I'm still out here plugging away and doing shows and stuff. And he's like, yeah, man, but he goes, you think about it, that I was listening to you growing up, and we've all been there, every single one of us.
Yeah, I had that happen to me. I was sitting in a restaurant one day, and the guy comes over in a ball cap, and I'm sitting with my wife, Kelly Lang, and he comes over and says, "Mr. Shepard," he said,
Yeah.
And I'm going, wow, now look at him.
Yeah.
People are walking up to him and saying that now.
Absolutely.